Hey everyone, it is Agent Anne, and I am here to give you my 8-month review at being at eXp Realty. And I'm going to start with the challenges, and then I'm going to work my way to the pros. So everyone sort of kind of wants to know about a virtual brokerage, and does it work, and what is it all about? Is there culture? If you don't have an office, what do you do? And so I'm just going to tell you right out of the gates that where I came from, my previous brokerage, I was an office girl. I would come in almost every day, Monday through Friday. I have a small team, so we do utilize the office space, but I was noticing a lot of people just weren't coming to the office anymore. In fact, I would feel very lonely at my old office. So kind of a little interesting how you can be lonely and you're supposed to have people come in and going. But the virtual brokerage model was sort of a little bit scary for me and my team because we were like, is there community? Is there culture? Is there collaboration? Like, where do you go to get your people feels, you know? And so I did a lot of research on that before I came over. And so a pro that I'm going to share with you is that there is a lot of collaboration, because the cool thing about a virtual office space, at least with eXp Realty, is that they have created platforms. So in the cloud, you go online, they have virtual offices. So they have two platforms that are of significance that I feel. The first one is eXp World. It's where you're running around as a little avatar, like a cartoon character. And you can go to classes all day long. I think they have like 40, 60 hours of classes that are live. So you can go sit in on a class and learn from either leadership, icon, farming, prospecting, business, all kinds. It's just like if you have, you're at a conference week after week, there's just unlimited classes. You can go in and talk to accounting if you have accounting questions. You can go in and get marketing materials. You can go in and check on your tech. If you have problems with your computer, they can help you with that. So it really operates at a very, very high level in the eXp world when you're kind of running around as an avatar. So you can get in there, get what you need, and leave. The other platform, Office, so to speak, that they have is called Workplace. And it's kind of like a Facebook. You can go in there, you can give referrals, receive referrals. You can go to private groups, open groups on just about every topic. You can see what the latest eXp announcements are, your local area. So like if somebody says, hey, I'd love to do an open house, who has a great listing? Or I have a listing that needs an open house. I've seen people say, hey, can somebody hold a door open for my buyer this Sunday? And people jump in on that. So there is plenty of collaboration. We have an upwards of almost 20,000 agents already. So there's all these people collaborating online virtually on any given day. So there's plenty of that. In fact, one of my challenges is I don't have enough time in my day to go in and do everything that I want to do in the cloud. Some weeks I'm so busy that I want to go into all these classes and I just don't have the time. The good news, though, is I can watch the class from my cell phone, my iPad, my computer, so I don't have to physically be in an office space or go somewhere like, okay, it's 1 o'clock. Some of them are recorded, but I can just go sit in my car and listen to it on my drive over. So it's very flexible in terms of my ability to get in there and collaborate with other people. But the challenge is if there's just so much going on that sometimes I don't even have the time to go in and do it. The other thing that I'm finding that is a challenge is, and more so because my assistant can speak to this, is that closing out transactions has been a little bit not as smooth as we've wanted it to be. But I will say that we have seen a vast difference since we joined 8 months ago in the closing file process and in how things are done. When we first came on, we were told do not expect red carpet treatment. There will be no hand holding. There's lots of resources and you have to be resourceful to be an eXp agent. But there really wasn't going to be that, just somebody's right there at your fingertips, so to speak, to walk you through everything. You sometimes have to dig in and figure it out. What was interesting is that we have a small team, so we do some volume that we're able to say to the people at eXp, hey, we really need this system, or we need this to make it easier on our assistants. And so they do listen to that feedback, and they have been making strides, big ones, to make sure that it is better. Also, that included onboarding. When we onboarded, I will say it was not a pleasant experience. We were told it wouldn't be, so we had some expectation there. But shortly after we onboarded, they vastly changed their protocols. And I had an agent that I brought into the company who experienced a very smooth onboarding altogether. So that was good to see. And I haven't heard of a lot of complaining in the onboarding process. And I do know they've added quite a few departments and concierge services just for onboarding. There's a lot more transparency in it, and it really is smooth and quick and going a hell of a lot better than it was back when we joined. So that's always good to see. The thing that I will say about eXp is that they're very nimble and agile. Because they are a virtual brokerage, they can make quick changes, and they do listen to agents. That's been an interesting piece to this. This is almost like a beta test real estate company. If you say, hey, this isn't working for us, it can go right up the chain of command, and people make adaptations very, very quickly. So I will say that they listen to us. This company is designed for us. They want us to be having a better experience. And they're also realizing with the speed at which this company is growing, they're changing systems fast because they have to. They have to be able to get ready to service in upwards of 20, 30, 40,000 agents, because that's where this company is going. I will say the other pros have been the stocks and the revenue share. So I have probably somewhere around $4,000 in stocks from just doing my day in and day out real estate activities, selling, capping, bringing agents in. The cool part is I'm about 6 transactions away from what they call icon status. I'll do another video on icon status soon, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm about 6 transactions away from icon status, which basically means that my entire cap of $16,000 comes back to me in stock. So that's one of the really cool things about eXp is you could actually turn your cap into like an investment. Instead of just paying a corporation, it goes bye-bye. Now it is where you can like cap, get the award, 16 grand goes in a stock with my name on it, and it just builds my wealth portfolio. So that is a big plus. So we talked about collaboration. The day-to-day and out, I haven't felt any changes. I'm still selling real estate. In fact, no changes have been really, I worried maybe a little bit about a brand that people weren't really aware of yet, because in Portland where I'm at, we don't have a ton of eXp agents quite yet, but it is growing and happening. So the brand awareness wasn't super huge, but that did not affect me getting business or closing business. Truth be told, nobody cares. They don't care where you sell real estate. They want to work with John Doe Realtor, who takes really good care of them, services them at a high level. So that's been pretty cool. The challenge would also be is that there are a lot of systems, and it's a very robust company. So that we've got this thing called KV Core, which is like a lead generation CRM platform. We got Workplace, we got eXp World, we have their marketing resources. There's a lot at our fingertips, and to be honest, I haven't truthfully dove into all of it to really fully understand it. It's really great to have those systems, and it's good to know they're there, and we are trying to implement and learn them and grow them into our business every day. But when you have so much to choose from, it can be hard to do it all at once. So I would say we're chunking it off in pieces. I think the first 90 days we came to eXp, we were just trying to get acclimated, make sure we could still run our business, kind of get our feet, on the ground. And then we sort of got into the motion of real estate activities and realized, yeah, we can run our business, like nothing changes. And now we're starting to say, okay, there are so many tools at our fingertips. We need to get in and start chunking those off and learning them. So overall, if I had to give eXp a rating on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being best company ever, I'm never leaving, oh my God, it's amazing, and 1 being I'm leaving tomorrow, I would give it an 8.5 right now. 8.5, room for improvement, but that's a pretty good score in my book. I'm sure that score will probably change over time and hopefully for the better, but that is my 8-month review being an eXp Realtor.